Hello, everybody. Captain Marty Brill here. Tuesday, September the 3rd, and we're just coming off our Labor Day weekend. I got all kinds of stuff to talk to you about in the fishing news, breaking news, great fishing in some areas, and the results from the first annual Gibbs Shoal Fishing Tournament. We'll start out with that right after this break.
Come and experience fishing for the whole family aboard the Crystal Dawn at Pirates Cove Marina in Manio. The Crystal Dawn is a roomy 65-foot headboat, fully equipped with the latest gear to give you the best fishing experience. Worried about getting seasick? Fear not. The Crystal Dawn stays in safer and shallower waters to lessen the likelihood of that happening. Half-day and private fishing trips are available. To find out more, go online to crystaldawnheadboat.com. The Crystal Dawn Headboat out of Pirates Cove. Fishing that is fun for all ages.
Real. That's the first word that comes to mind when I think about Outland Seafood in Mans Harbor. Yeah, they're the first and last place you see coming to and leaving the Outer Banks on Highway 64 in Dare County, but they're also real when it comes to fresh local seafood. Troy Outland, real. Curtis and Josh, real. The indoor crab shedders, real. Stop by and see for yourself right next to White Shopping Center and check them out on social media. Outland Seafood in Mans Harbor. Real.
So the first annual Gibbs Shoal Fishing Tournament is in the books now, and we got a good day of weather down here in Englehart and Hyde County. This benefited the Englehart Volunteer Fire Department. A lot of people went to a lot of work. We had close to 50 people entered into the tournament, so it was a success. And from 2 to 4, our weigh station was really, really busy. We had 3 categories: sheephead, trout, and drum. And the prize categories were, in each category, were $1,000, $500, and $250. First, second, and third in all 3 of those categories. And here's how it shook out. Alan Harmon, this is the sheephead category. Alan Harmon, first place, 8.16 pounds. Olivia Simmons, second place with a 7.27. And Walker Atkinson, third place with a 7.14 pound sheephead. And now on to the trout division. We had a lot going on there too. Thomas Wynn, first place there, took the $1,000 for a 3.46 pound trout. Elizabeth Lowe, right behind him with 3.35 pounds, and Zach Bland at 2.86 pounds. That's how the trout game played out. And then for the red drum, Hunter Spencer took home the $1,000 first place with a 6.61 pound red drum. Thomas Wynn took home second place, 5.35 pound drum. Keep in mind, he won the trout division, so he finished second place in the drum division. And then Abel Harmon with a 5.2 pound drum, which took in all the paid prize categories. So it was really a good time. Appreciate everybody coming out and helping us out. As far as our offshore fishing, that's where the big news is right now. You know, we've been talking lately a lot about how good the bill fishing was way north of us, New England, up that way. And then they eased down. And Ocean City's had some really good days, including, I think it was on Friday, one boat caught 40 white marlin in one day on one boat. And then down below us, we had some great catches of 25 to 30 sailfish per boat, multiple blue marlin. Now, this would have been down off Morehead City, down in that area. So finally, over the weekend, we had a little dose of that ourselves, and fishing got really good. We had some great catches, and I'm just lumping everything together here in all the fleets, but I know Rom, on the release, he had 3 blue marlin and I think a kicker sailfish one day. We've had boats, some other catches were 5 blue marlin, 1 white, and 12 sails for one boat in one day, and it was just really, really good. We had a lot of 7, 8, and 9 flags to a boat in the rigger of mix, mostly sails and blue marlin, but a few white marlin starting to sneak in too. And that is just absolutely great news, big news for us and what we've been hoping for. So that's good. Also in Hatteras, they had blackfin tuna, scattered yellowfin tuna, and some of their offshore catches, and some Baylor-sized dolphin mostly. And their inshore boats caught a lot of Spanish mackerel. For Oregon Inlet, Mentioned the great bill fishing. They also had some good days of dolphin fishing or mahi, including a few nice gaffers. I saw 2 that were over 40 pounds. They had some blackfin tuna. I didn't see much in the way of yellowfin tuna for them, but both fleets are catching a scattered wahoo in their catches. So you put all that together, it makes for a good day. You may notice you don't hear much about any tile fishing going on. Tile fishing is bottom fishing, fallback, plan B type fishing wasn't required over the weekend. Inshore boats, ribbon fish, bluefish, Spanish mackerel was primarily the long and short of it. Now for our piers, we had some bigger fish being caught. Several piers had kings. Avon Pier seemed to have the best of the king mackerel fishing off the end of the pier. We had jack crevalles. Rodanthe Pier had some of those. We had sea mullets, bluefish, Spanish mackerel, and also some false albacore continued to bite on metal lures. Really hard pulling member of the tuna family. So a pretty nice report from the piers, especially for the bigger fish, the trophy type fish, which we normally, we get drum in the spring and the fall. But the kings, the cobia, the tarpon, things like that, that's a dead of summer type fishing. In the surf, we've had good pompano fishing and some nice class of fish all up and down the beaches. Appreciate Tony Lombardi on thewalkingangler.com for keeping us filled in on what's happening on the beaches and on those piers. Now we're going to take a little break, and I'll be right back to tell you about what's happening in the backcountry, and it's notable as well.
The desire for being on the water is what draws people to the Outer Banks. OBX Boat Company in Kill Devil Hills shares that desire with you. The only full-service Yamaha authorized dealer on the beach, OBX Boat Company is committed to providing you the best possible boat ownership experience. Their carefully selected brands of center consoles and family-friendly pontoon boats are all powered by ultra-reliable Yamaha motors. They offer excellent financing options as well. To learn more and see their inventory, visit obxboatco.com.
All right, in the backcountry, again, just like I left you with on Friday, good sea mullet fishing for our head boats and folks out there bottom fishing that aren't going for the speckled trout and the drum. Both of those species are still out there. Fishing tournament this week, the Gibbs Shoal fishing tournament over here in Hyde County, the one fish that was caught the most of was the flounder, which the season's closed on those. So they were not one of our species for prize money, but we saw a lot of sheephead. In fact, there was more fun and more excitement over the sheephead landings than anything else. And, that required a totally different strategy because you fish one way for drum and trout, sort of, and a totally different way for sheephead. So you got to make a commitment to do that. On the Bonner Bridge, we had sheephead, bluefish, and triggerfish, and I have never heard of triggerfish, but that's really just inside the mouth of the inlet. So I guess some of those fish are working in there. That's my all-time favorite fish to eat that there is. And then what else have I got here? We mentioned the speckled trout, the gray trout, puppy drum, and bluefish in the sound. All the drum that we saw, of course, they had to be in the slot to weigh them for the tournament. I did not hear much of any big drum being released, but the big drum are out there. This is the time of year you can catch them on the shoals at night. So as you see, it was a great weekend. Labor Day weekend was a great weekend of fishing. And now today the wind has shifted, a little less humidity, a little cooler weather. And boy, oh boy, dove season came in yesterday. And in my area, it came in with a thud, but there'll be hunting season is on, one of my favorite times of the year. And we'll keep you posted as the fall fisheries kick off and get into action. Thank you for joining us each day for these fishing reports, and have a blessed day.